It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
But speaking of insecure, looks like
Shut up.
looks like Jay Ellis's character Lawrence isn't going to be on the new season.
What?
Now, if you remember, in the last episode of Insecure last season, they had a heart-to-heart conversation, Issa Rae and Lawrence, and they made some amends. But it's time to move on. Listen to what their conversation sounded like.
I'm sorry for not being who you expected me to be, who I expected me to be.
Lawrence, I wanted to be better for you because of you. But somewhere along the way, I depended on you to be better for both of us. And you know what I did?
You don't have to go through that.
It was the worst thing I could have ever done to you. You've only ever loved me and expected me to want the best for you. And I promise I did. I still do. Lawrence, I still love you so much.
Love you too.
Well, time to move on. Lawrence is not in the trailer for the upcoming season. Now, Prentice Penny, who is a friend of ours and the showrunner for Insecure, he said we were in the writer's room and we were initially talking about, okay, well, what is he doing? Well, he's not in her life right now. It was hard to make stories around that. We just said, well, if he's not around, he's not around. Let's just deal with the reality of what her life is now. Let's be true to that when you break up and you have closure.
They're not going to have the good brother Lawrence on Insecure Season 3. Well, what is the point of watching?
Well, her other boo, Daniel, is going to be more in the forefront of this new season.
No, there's nothing I love more.
You get so mad about this.
Because there's nothing I love more than watching Lawrence curve Issa. I enjoy watching Lawrence living his best life, smashing other chicks, and making Issa feel bad about her hoeing.
Well, guess what? Don't worry about it. People break up. People cheat, as you know, men and women. And, you know, she cheated. The relationship didn't work, and now it's time to move on.
How come you don't watch more masculine shows
And
like Game of Thrones?
The show is masculine. And she is actually going to move on with the man
Billions.
she cheated with. What better storyline than that?
I ain't gonna front. I saw a dude at the airport and got mad at homie Daniel.
What's wrong with this
I
guy?
saw him at
man?
the airport because we know him. I can't remember his name though. Remember we shot a show with him back in the day?
Whoa.
The guy who played Daniel on Insecure.
Oh.
Remember that show we did? We shot it with Prentice too.
Yes, that was the show that was on Fuse TV.
Yeah.
What was that called?
The Hustle, I think.
Yeah.
The Hustle, yeah.
Now, just to give you a little bit more, Issa Rae said, you know, we want to stay as true to life as possible. You know, sometimes in real life, you never see the exes again, and it's okay. You have to explore life without Lawrence. Life without Lawrence.
This is TV, all right? You can do that in real life. And on TV, I want to see some Lawrence. Okay? He's not in the show at all this
Well, you
season.
can always keep in contact with him
Yeah, you
outside
can-
of the
yeah,
show.
you can follow him
if
on
you really wanna see
Instagram.
him.
Man, I'm talking about, man, you know what?
I'm sure he posts topless pictures for
All
you.
right, okay.
You're
all
just so mad. Listen, in real life, men cheat all the time. She cheated this particular time. You know, it is what it is. You think that women should forgive, and he should have forgave her too.
I just like to see
And
her
that is what it
grovel
is.
over Lawrence on this show and say that what she did was wrong.
Well, she's moving on with the man she cheated with.
This is
All right, 50 Cent versus Floyd Mayweather. All right, it got a little ugly
Oh, I'm not playing with them.
on social media yesterday. Now, 50 Cent said he beat 50 men, 11 women, and caused 2 bodies. Keep calling me, and I'm going to show, champ. Get the strap. Then he posted, Floyd, you are the champ, but you a sucker at heart. You want it all. I know I watched you do some foul-ish to Rilla, and he is your best friend. When he broke up with his girl, Jessica, you kept her around, got her an apartment, bought her a car because you wanted to F her. Rilla ain't sweated. He was keeping it player. Hayes just wasn't built like that. Tell everybody why you was on FaceTime when he killed Stephanie and himself. Because he was confronting you about effing his wife. You was pumping all that Trey Songz-ish. Get the F out of here. You don't give a F. You just went to watch the ball game. That got a little bit crazy.
Yeah, that was an old story. I think we
Yes.
reported that a couple of years ago.
Yes, we did. When a man killed his wife and himself.
Who said that now?
50 Cent is telling this story. All right. And Tekashi 6ix9ine went on TMZ Live and he talked about the suspects who he believed kidnapped and robbed him. He thinks the whole thing was a setup. Here's what he said.
I stepped out my house to finish the Nicki Minaj video at my friend's studio. We got hit by a car. As the driver got out, the gunman came out. All I saw was the gun in my face, and that's like when I woke up, I was in the back seat of a car. So all I had on me was a phone and my debit card. I said, I got some jewelry in the house. Yeah, I could have that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell them where I lived. They went to the front of my house. So it was just like somebody must have told them where I live. They've been following me and been watching me.
All right. Law enforcement sources are saying they do have surveillance video footage from a camera down the block. And there was, this does match up to what Tekashi is saying.
Listen, man, like I said, I would hope that it didn't happen, because I don't believe that it happened. But if it did happen, I just hope he learns from it, man.
I think it did happen. And I mean, it's sad because somebody in this crew, it seems like, set him up. It definitely seems that way.
But he did say up here that everybody knows where he lives.
Well, should have moved.
All right, well, I'm Angela Yee,
He
and
should
that
move
is
now.
your rumor report.
He should definitely move if everybody knows where you live.